We will also be covering the Java versus other type of languages, right? Other type of languages, correct? So what are the different types of languages that we have here? So we have, or maybe you can say, some of you have learned might be C++, C, right? And then you are learning Java, correct? So first is like if we talk about C, so what exactly the C was using? So if we just talk about, you can create a table here. Let me insert a table quickly for you. Right. So now you see that here we will be discussing about C++ and here it is Java. Okay. So C is basically a procedural base. Now the programming which we do, that is maybe a procedural based, that is maybe a object oriented based, okay, functional, like, the functions that you're creating. So there are different types of programming languages as well. So first, we, or maybe you have learned like about the C. So that was the procedural base. Then the C++. So moreover, it follow both like procedural as well as it also follows the hooks. Okay, the object oriented. And then we have a Java. So it is like a fully object oriented, but not purely. It is fully object oriented, but not purely, we can say. Why? Because due to primitive data type, that we will see what are primitive data types. Okay. Then if we talk about the memory management, like, because memory is very much important for like the program which you are writing, where it will get saved, okay, and how it is executed and everything. So related to your memory management, there we used to handle it, everything related like, manually. Like we were using some malloc functions, okay, maybe the free uh, functions. So if you want to allocate a memory, you need to use a malloc, okay, maybe if you want to release it, then use a free. Similarly, in C++, we have a different functions for that, like new and then delete. Okay, so these are the different memory management that we use to take care. But here in Java, it is automatic, where it has been provided by the GC. GC is your garbage collector. What is GC? Garbage collector. Garbage collector. So here it is directly compiled to machine code. So in C and C++, fine. So it is same. Compiled to machine code. So directly programmers are directly interacted with the OS, operating system. But here we are not directly interacted with the OS. So it is first compiled to bytecode. Okay, what is bytecode? That also we'll see. And then that bytecode will be understood by the uh, JVM, which JVM will understand that bytecode. Okay, and then that particular code will get executed on a machine. Okay, so compiled to bytecode here, which runs on. So it means the developer is getting interacted with the JVM, and JVM is internally interconnected with your OS, that is your operating system. Okay. Similarly, we have the pointer concepts. Okay, so I'm not getting it more uh, differences. So here we have the pointer C++ also. Here we do not have no explicit pointer. Okay. So here we use, instead of this pointer, we have what? References. Okay, reference type of variables. So that we will also discuss what is that in detail. Okay. So multiple inheritance here. These all are the different concepts which I will also be using it when we will start learning all these topics in detail. Okay. So I'm just writing it like multiple inheritance. Okay. And exception handling. So there is no exception handling, built-in exception handling in C. All right. And it supports the exception handling. Fine. The C++ supports it, but Java fully supports it. Okay. So exception handling. Right. Multi-threading. So I'm not writing it detail, but you may just note down some more theory. Sorry, multi-inheritance I was just talking about. Multiple inheritance. Exactly, multiple inheritance. Correct. Then we have libraries. So system programming, it is a low-level program like a C. Fine. So here it is used for gaming-based OS operating system, application development, right? But Java is used for web, enterprise, Android-based application and the development, right? Now the object-oriented nature. So C is not object-oriented, right? But C++, it's a mix of both procedural and object-oriented, but Java is object-oriented with some limitation, with some exceptions, right? So these all are the differences between the Java and different other applications. So mainly like we use C for creating or, just to work with operating system, something related like, real world examples that I'm just telling it. And here C++, it's for creating, designing gaming engines somehow. Okay. Java is like enterprise applications, sort of like banking applications, right? So, or maybe other enterprise level type of applications that we have already. Okay. Now, in the next session, we will be learning about what next in the next session. So, I will be writing it here. What next? So, next will be we will be looking for different Java versions that we have. 4 Java versions I'm talking about. Okay. And then we will be learning about setting up uh, Java and installation part, everything that we will be learning. We will be looking for a simple program. Okay. Simple program we'll see. Then after that, we will get into more detail in that JDK part and the memory management. Okay. So thank you. That's all for the day. And let's connect for the next session. Thank you.